Here we go. What do we got? Sweet!
Hello, old friend. I've chased you for a long time.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. She infiltrated the Vanguard, weakening us from within. Stealing our most sacred resource. The light.
How do we stop this?
Those are definitely hidden symbols. I think that was the raid.
Welcome back, oh honored guest.
Very alien.
It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here.
That's another vortex.
The game is
Damn.
yours to play now.
That was a great sequence. That was a fallen. Show you how to really use your super. The red.
Just don't say I didn't warn you.
All right, Bungie, put somebody's credit card number down in the lower right-hand corner. Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun reaction video here with The Void Touched. We have the Witch Queen launch trailer. We just saw my live reaction. Now we're going to go ahead and do a breakdown of it and see what we can find out and what cool stuff is waiting for us here. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So immediately we have this shot that we've gotten before. We know the symbolism of it a lot more now, because we have, of course, the light and the dark and the mixture of it all. We understand that a lot more than the reveal we got, or the teaser a couple months ago that just showed this Backshot where she asks, "Where is your truth now?"
Hello, old friend. I've chased you for a long time.
I love how the plates on their face move when they talk. That is incredible. Yes. But who is she talking to when she says, "Hello, old friend, I have chased you for a long time"? In the lore, there's only two possible individuals that Savathun could be talking to. Let's go back a little further.
Hello, old friend. I've chased you for a long time.
The only thing that I could think of as Savathun is either talking to the Traveler, because we have her. There is lore in the Books of Sorrow that they discovered that the Krill were not from Fundament, that they were from some far off star and had crash landed there. So it's possible that the Krill are another race like the Elixni that were given the blessings of the Traveler, and then some great cataclysm happened and their race ended up on Fundament, where you had the Hive Worm Gods, well, what became the Hive Worm Gods. We had them deep below the oceans, and they were kept prisoner by the Leviathan, which could have been the Traveler. It's not very clear. But let's see what we got here.
the witch.
So this looks like either Ikora is doing it, either this is a hologram or vision or something similar.
Savathun, the witch queen. She infiltrated.
So this is, I believe, Ziva Arath. I believe that's Oryx.
Weakening us from within.
That would make that Savathun. So what we're going to go ahead and do, because I believe I am correct with Savathun, who was Sathona. We're going to verify in our grimoire. I believe it was Zero chose wanted to be a knight, which was Zivu Arath. Oryx, who was Arash, wanted to be the navigator, who, like, it says dreams of the infinite ocean. And then Sathona, most clever, who wants to be a mother. So this is who they were before their father, the Osmium King, was betrayed by Teox and assassinated by the Helium Drinkers. This is, we have Sathona here, who wanted to be a mother. Let's back up just a little bit. Oh, that zoomed in on her a little more. Okay. We have Zero, who is Ziva Arath, who wanted to be a knight. We have Arash, who became Oryx, who wanted to be a navigator, who was always exploring.
Us from within. Stealing our most sacred resource.
And it's still also one of those things. I look at this. I look at the way the Traveler is positioned, the way everything is set up. Let's see here. Let's see what the grimoire says about the Leviathan that is keeping the worms on Fundament. Okay, so verse 1:8 is titled Leviathan. And it speaks of there being on the edge of a war. Is the war between the formless and the form, between the deep and the sky. We know that the deep is used. We know that the deep is used to reference the darkness, like, often. So they are one and the same. We can assume that the sky means the light. It does mention in here that Fundament is surrounded by 52 moons. So the odds are Fundament is where the last of the darkness minions, like Light, it sounds like Light won the war. And Fundament was where the last of the hive gods or the last of the worm gods were that could use the darkness. And the 52 travelers, Leviathans, the moons, had trapped the worms all the way down at the bottom of the oceans on Fundament. And because of the actions of Teox and the assassination of the Osmium King and Sathona listening to the worm that she removed from her father, his familiar, before they died. This is most likely a shot of them as they are fleeing. I don't believe this to be a young or baby at this point. This is probably the familiar, the worm that she took from her father. If not, it could be a young, because it is a little big to be a familiar for someone of their size. But they're supposedly only a few years old. The way this book makes it sound, they're only about 2 years old. Let me get back to that. Each 2 years old. Yeah. And they all do also swear vengeance on Teox. And we know they've never found them, at least by these books. At least by these books, they haven't. So, it is very possible that old friend, or who they've been chasing, is Teox. So it lends a lot of credence to both arguments. It could be the Traveler because they're chasing the Leviathan. It could be Teox because she's chasing down the one that they swore vengeance upon. That's what gave them the ability and the luck to survive long enough to meet the worms in the bottom of the ocean in Fundament.
Stealing our
What are we
most
looking at here?
sacred resource.
We don't know how she stole it either, so we're not sure how that worked. Now, these are the 3 remaining worm gods, as far as we know. Akka was killed by Oryx, and that's how Oryx earned the ability, or learned the ability to take. And then the other one is Zol, who is the weakest of the 5, and is in stasis. Well, not like the ability stasis, but is currently in hibernation somewhere in a different planet. There's a lore card where Nokris tries to reach out to Zol before Savathun reaches out to Nokris, and Zol detects Nokris and then pushes Nokris away and burrows deeper into their protection. So Zol is out there hiding. These are the 3 that are still currently active, as far as we know, on Fundament.
The light.
Okay. So we're back in the office. This isn't a hive young. This is one of the worms that is given to them. And it's dead and decayed.
How do we stop this?
Now you want to help. All right, so we're going to rewind just a little bit to take a look through the window. We have Saint, Anna, your guardian, whoever is going to end up being. They chose the warlock this time, which I think is a good choice. The warlock seems to be the primary star of these expansions because of Ikora, and that's fantastic. The hunter was it for 2 of them, honestly. The hunter was it for Cade 6, and the hunter was it for Shadowkeep with Eris Morn. Unfortunately, Titans haven't gotten one yet. Beyond Light didn't really have a specific class because the Exo Stranger really doesn't represent a class specifically, I guess. So, but Warlock's getting their time to shine.
Stop this.
Discover. All right, that's Ikora's ship coming back to Mars. These are the hidden symbols. It's been pointed out. So these are probably the 3 guardians we're going to see as NPCs inside of the Enclave's social space on Mars. And they're the 3 guardians. They're the first ones to discover it. They've reported it to Ikora. We are responding to the intel that they provided. We've seen that. Savathun ship, where the truth lies. So this is, I love this shot. It's a really good shot here we get of this thrall. We got a lot of nice detail here to show that they are different. They are evolving. They're getting more varied in their the chitin and the evolution of their actual armor plating. So I do appreciate this. Great shot of coming into the throne world here, and we've got the swamp going into the holy areas. All right, let's take a look here because these are some fast flashes. We got some hanging crypts. We have what looks like, so I know it's not. This looks like an area out of Crota's End from the raid in Destiny 1. We've got the hole in the ground. We've got the 4 statues. There's some hands right here, and the hanging light. What this is most likely going to be is somewhere where we have to go in and use the deep sight to detect lies. It'll either tell us to go left, right, up, down. There's a big part of me is expecting some sort of procedural generated or randomized area or dungeon that we're going to have to go through, because that's just what these scream. Randomized, they're always pointing somewhere different. There's always a different challenge. It's kind of what these scream to me. So we're going to see what happens with that. I hope I'm right. I'm probably not, but I think that'd be really exciting. Okay, yeah, so that's just the throne. So here we're going to have the hanging crypts. Now this is a lot like in the Dreadnought. We walked through spaces like this all in the Dreadnought, usually through platforms. In the Sunless Cell strike, where you had to fight Ala Kul, there was a lot of these hanging crypts. I believe I read some. There's a lore piece somewhere in there where you get a ghost, where you get a ghost to scan it, or the calcified fragment that says that these are imprisoned hive. They're prisoners that are inside of here, never allowed to die, never allowed to continue their life as part of the sword logic. It's interesting. Here looks pretty similar to a hive architecture. This is, I believe it's in the light area. It's got a little bit of a glowing hue to it. We see the flowers that are not very prevalent in other hive architecture and in the swamp. So this is most likely inside of the holy portion, or somewhere similar to that. We have the 3 guardians standing here. What are we looking at? So it looks like they're just looking down at a cave entrance. At first I thought these may have been opening or something like that, but it's just the camera angle coming in on them. They're doing some heavy breathing in here. It looks like they're really pushing some of the horror elements, and I'm excited about that. I know that once we play through it once or twice even, we're going to be just blazing through it because we know what we're going to be expecting. Let's take a look at some of the weapons here. We're getting through some of these flashes. All right. So this is something from Season of the Risen. Some sort of rifle. It looks like it's an auto rifle or a scout rifle or a pulse rifle. It's not the auto rifle. We know that because we see a bayonet here. So it's either a scout rifle or a pulse rifle. Can't really tell what gun they're using. This hunter has the sidearm. This looks like the Duty Bound. Ah, hey, Duty Bound, my friend. So yeah, Duty Bound is an awesome auto rifle that was the Nightfall exclusive reward from the Savathun Song strike that was on Titan, and it was a neat little auto rifle. The old exclusive rewards for things like that were kind of meh, but it looked really good and it played really well. We just wish it had better perks. Now it's back, along with the Silicone Neuroma, which was the sniper rifle from the Pyramidian strike on Io. Duty Bound, Thrall. Okay, what are we looking at here? From what we can see, it looks like they're just fighting through an area. They're still on top of that ship. So, I see things hanging around here. It looks like they are in the swamp area while this is happening. No, these are red. So this is all in the light area. Okay, big explosions. They all had their own individual explosions when they hit too, if you look. Because the explosion goes off, and then all of them at their feet, it wells up on another explosion as they all chain react. So what I really like here, this arm is completely blank. This one is not.
That must bend to see the truths hidden here.
Deep sight is shown. And the arm is now also darkened, pointing the direction to go. So where are we at here? So this looks like it's inside of the pyramid. Got that fusion rifle right here. Can we see what they're using? SMG. This definitely has to be inside of the pyramid. But I only see 3. So these are in the depths, which we have seen almost nothing about. I love the way this looks. This literally looks like you're running through the depths of hell. And that's probably the closest we've gotten to something like that in Destiny. this entire expansion feels like it is a classical D&D campaign where we're fighting a lich at the top of their castle, and we're a bunch of fucking crazy ass space wizards with guns. Like, our enemies aren't even using guns, they're using crossbows that shoot fire. Like, this is a homebrew D&D campaign gone crazy, and I love it. That's a vortex frame. This looks like it's that a light bladed weapon. See if I can get a good shot of it. Yeah, there's a better shot of it at the end. I'm sure some people saw it. But yeah, it looks like it's a light bladed weapon. Now, these are Scorn, and we are inside the pyramid. Now, once again, there's only 2 people here, so we're not quite certain where it is, but we know that the raid is taking place inside the pyramid. We know that the Enclave is on Mars, not in the throne world or on her ship or anything like that. So either these are Scorn that are somehow inside the Enclave on Mars, or the Scorn are in the pyramid in Savathun's throne world, and this is going to be a Scorn raid. Wipe all 3 of them out there. Okay, now we're running through Bones, it looks like. Just a quick jaunt through that. We have, let's see if they're saying anything. Nope. So we've seen this area in the swamp from a little bit further back. So we know this is a place we're probably going to be coming to a lot. Public event may be happening here. This may be the entrance to something. Who knows? Here we see several of the Hive getting taken out by the Hunter with their glaive. We have the Titan putting down... Was that the Titan? Yeah, the Titan using the Hoarfrost barricade here. And they're stopping some Scorn that are coming up on their left. So we have Hive and Scorn at the exact same time. The Warlock coming up here, and they've got this uber-looking grenade launcher. We have not seen the breech-loaded worm launcher, but we've seen this worm launcher. So it's leading me to believe that it's been changed to this. We won't know for sure. This is most likely the raid one. This is looking more raid-like. But we will definitely find out. We do see that we have Scorn and Hive standing right next to each other. They may be fighting each other, and this is in one of those events where you can fight them and get extra loot and stuff like that. But like I don't think we've ever seen the Scorn and the Hive directly interact like this. Let me think about it. Hold on. I mean, yeah, we did on the Tangled Shore because there was the Jetsam of Saturn and the Scorn fought the Hive. But now the Scorn and the Hive seem to be one and the same. The Scorn seem to represent the darkness specifically now. And I think that's what Savathun is going with. So in the swamp, we're probably going to run into more Scorn enemies than we are Hive enemies. And in the light in the castle area, we'll run into more Hive enemies than we do Scorn. That'll most likely be what happens. Now, it's got this diehard explosion from when it hits. Oh, stop.
Is yours to play now.
Let's see what she has to say here. Rewind a little bit. Because that's... For there to be 2 weapons that do the exact same thing, have the exact same gimmick, either they are linked or it got turned into it. Takes them all out.
Yours to play now.
Now that though, we're gonna rewind that a bit, and we're gonna enjoy every second of it, and then we're gonna talk about why this is the scene that backs up the concept that the raid is gonna be Scorn based. So we have Titan. That Titan? Yes. Titan comes in. Let's be real. They're a beast.
Game is yours to play now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, just fucked up the Scorn there. What we notice though is all these Scorn are being fought in a very large open area inside the pyramid. So there is no way around it. This is not the Enclave on Mars. There's no way it's this big. This has to be inside the pyramid. So the chances of this being the raid are very, very high. So if we take a look around here, we do have, like I said, big open areas. We have some statues here that are showing like some sort of figures. We have hive worms encased in some sort of Jurassic Park style amber. They're getting taken out. We have the same pieces that we see constantly when referencing the Enclave, and it was also in some of the pictures that were related to the pyramid in the first place. More hive worms. So it's not like it's a one-off. These seem to be like actual decoration, or this is maybe like a processing plant type area. Several Scorn. They're doing a finisher of it looks like a machine. Oh, they're throwing it. Now this, we're going to make sure of it. We're going to double check. Destiny 1, there was a strike called the Sunless Strike. And you fought Ala Kul, the Darkblade, who was said to have been the next. They could have taken over for Oryx as the Taken King. They were that vicious. Oryx not only feared them, Oryx respected them enough that they imprisoned them instead of killing them or rendering them down for chitin the ship. This is Ala Kul reborn in the light. Look at that. Oh, how much you've grown. Fire and light energy blasts at us. What have we got here? So this is in the... Ooh, this is where the Oryx Akka statue is. Is where they're fighting Ala Kul Light Reborn. Let's see. We have Glaive. Probably sidearm or SMG. They're using the heavy machine gun that is the seasonal, which I'm super excited about. All right, so we have that Iron Banner hand cannon again. What are we saying here with the... Okay, so that was just a shot. Let's back up just a bit here. So this is the Warlock Exotics. I believe for the grenades, where you can throw 2 stasis tracking grenades out. This is the Iron Banner hand cannon. Okay. This is on Mars when the ship is arriving. Probably our character's first introduction to the Savathun ship. This... Turn that off here because we're going to go back and forth just a little bit. Take a look here. This is... This is a Scorn. I thought this was a Fallen when I first watched through it. Like, you can look back on my reaction video. I thought this was a Fallen. This is a Scorn. I'm pretty much convinced now it's going to be the Scorn that are the enemies inside of the raid. Who are you, you little bugger? We got the 3 Hive Supers. And I love this sequence because it's literally like, we're going to show you how to use them properly. Like, you got it 10 minutes ago. We've had it for years. All right, let's see. Who was that swinging back on us? That's Ala Kul again. That's Savathun. Ooh, she's using solar. I think this is the first time we've seen her utilize a different element other than void. Usually we see her throwing Nova bombs at us. Now we see her summoning Hive knives to chuck at us. That's really interesting. I like it.
Just don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm looking so forward to these cinematics, but damn. All right, let's take a look here. So, we're coming in. This looks like it is a Throne World weapon. We got 3 Guardians in Throne World armor. This is a Titan with the Titan helmet. This is the sword we saw earlier that was the Vortex frame that was killing those Scorn, which is why it's even more of a clue, because it's a link. They're going into the raid. It was used to kill Scorn previously in the trailer, so it's most likely this is a raid sword and Scorn are in the raid. The Titan has that big flamey helmet. I can't really tell if this is a hunter, but I believe it is. It looks like they're wearing Crucible gear, to be honest. We've got the Titan here with the Hoarfrost. Another Warlock down there. Can't really tell what weapons some of them have. The back profiles are really tough to distinguish. Let's see. This one looks like it might be the Osteostriga just because of the way the stalk is. But looking at it, so this is a destroyed, old, burned out, basically, pyramid. And we're just going in a broken side of it, and we're going to take out whatever's in there.
Just don't say I didn't warn you.
These cinematics are going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And even though mine is a little short because I cut out some of the advertisements, with the advertisements start to finish exactly, the trailer is 2 minutes and 22 seconds long, which is fantastic. So that is my breakdown of it. I honestly do really feel like Bungie has not only stepped up their game, they have shown that they can thrive if put on their own. Activision as a company, they stifled the creativity of a studio that is everything they're promising here. Everything we've seen, everything that we've noticed up to now, because this will probably be the last reaction video before the game itself actually comes out. Everything that we have seen so far is Bungie saying that we are going to not only put our best foot forward, but multiple best feet forward. The only place that's really lacking is in PvP, and they have sworn that they're going to do a PvP focused season in season 16. Don't quote me on that. Maybe season 17, but it's pretty soon. I've already seen a whole lot of stuff. There have been a whole lot of streamers, YouTubers, gamers, people that played Destiny once or twice and stopped playing, or people that never played Destiny are looking at it going, I kind of want to play Destiny now. I mean, it's a Halo level campaign is what they're promising. So Halo was great. I saw in an interview they invoked things like Doom Eternal and other games like that for how focused the single player story mode is. And I'm a huge Doom fan. It's fantastic. So when I see them invoke that as what they're using as an example that they want to strive towards, it makes me happy, makes me more comfortable and more confident in what they're bringing in and what they're going to be giving us. So I'm really excited. I really think this is going to be a great thing to do. Just knocking it out of the park. Way to go, Bungie. We have one more TWAB between now and then. We'll have a TWAB video. And then it's go time. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out and chilling. Peace. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hang out, signal flare, carrier pigeon, all sorts of different things. Check me out on Twitch. Link is below in the description. If you like the closing music, check out my homie Byron's link down at the bottom. He does beats. See if you can give him a ring. Thank you for hanging out. Stay classy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't do anything I would do. Just don't do anything except watch my videos.